Act 3, The Twilight Flood. 16, The Pen and the Sword. 20th of the Astral Moon. Hello, brave adventurer. Welcome back to my tavern. Hello, innkeeper. Thank you dearly for your hospitality the other day. Not being alone after what happened. It really helped. I'm glad to hear that. How are you doing? These past days have been quite eventful. I'm all right. I think. I'm just trying to keep myself busy so I don't have time to think about the things that happened. Understandable. Losing a loved one is always tough, and healing takes a lot longer than you'd expect. I fear you might be right. Are you perhaps speaking from experience? I've been doing this job long enough to witness countless adventurers passing through my tavern. Some of them return and some don't. But they always leave someone behind mourning. I see. Does it get any easier? Yes, it does eventually. That's good to hear. Then not everything is hopeless. Distraction is always a good approach, though. I think I know what you mean. I've been writing a lot the last 2 days. I want to hold on to every memory I've made along the way, and especially to Theo's last moments. I thought going on an adventure would be like the books I read as a kid. But it's not even remotely similar. Reality is always harsher than stories portray. I'm sorry, Archie. That's alright, thank you for your sympathy, but I'll manage. Actually, I've been thinking about switching careers. I think I might be better off at home just dreaming of these adventures and writing them down, with happy endings and all. I'd like to note the others mentioned how they loved listening to your stories. And so did Theo. Maybe I should take Rhea's advice and really continue my life the way Theo would have wanted it for me. It's the safer route for sure. And if that's what you want, then why shouldn't you? On another note, how about a drink to wind down a little? Sure, why not? Any specific wishes? Surprise me with something that'll keep me focused on writing. Something to ward off distracting thoughts. Nothing easier than that. Okay, need a little... Yes. All the way to the end. There and a bit at the top. Steel tonic. Here you go, sir. A drink for the upcoming best-selling author. Very sweet of you. Thank you very much. Oh, this tastes absolutely delightful. I can already feel the words aligning and patiently waiting to be written down. Don't mention it. I'm always happy to help. Speaking of which, have you by any chance heard of Melina, the famous detective? As it happens, I have. You get to know quite a lot of people when you run a tavern, you know? Have you seen her recently? Sadly, not in a while, no. I last saw her a few weeks ago, if not 2. How curious that you also know her. Meeting such a well-known detective is a fantastic source of inspiration and exciting stories. I've heard stories of her solving the case of the lost familiars and so forth. Yes, she solved the case alongside her trusty assistant. Ah, how inspiring. I'd love to tell her tale someday. Maybe I'll combine it with some of the rumors I've heard about this one mysterious place in the southwest of Fazoa. Oh, which one might that be? It's a wizard tower, a magical place full of puzzles, mysteries, and magic. I've heard tales of it harboring hundreds of books containing lost and forbidden knowledge. But that's not all. There are treasures of unfathomable value and magical trinkets as well. What an exciting thought for a young detective to stumble upon a place like that. Definitely a story I'd read. Promise to send me a copy, please? Oh, but of course, I'll deliver it to you myself. You know, even if we might be a few years apart, seeing her reminded me of my own childhood. Sure, the circumstances are completely different, and I was never allowed to wander off by myself, but she seemed a little lonely, just like me back then. Always looking for my own adventures, though she found them in the real world, while I relied on books. But I'm glad she found an assistant to keep her company. The life of a detective can certainly be a lonely one. I mean, I also had Theo to keep me company, but, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, well, Melly's been missing since the Twilight Flood. No! Tell me you're joking! Sadly not, I'm sorry. No, that can't be! I really hope nothing happened to her. She's so young, so small. What if she Now, there's no need to panic just yet. It's easy for you to say, isn't it? Your friend didn't die in your arms. You didn't have to witness his life fade from his eyes. Damn. Don't jump to conclusions, Archie. There's no clues indicating what happened to Melina. We shouldn't expect the worst. She might be small, but she's tough, trust me. You're right. Sorry. Let's hope for the best. I couldn't bear writing another tragedy. Uh-oh. Kumo, it's great to see you. I've solved it. Solved what? My parent problem, I've solved it. Did you kill them? And how did you do that? It's simple. I'm here to ask you to write up and hand out a quest for me. A quest to find them and to kill them. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. I'm sorry, did you say to kill them? Yes. Why do you want to kill your parents? Isn't it obvious? Can't say it is. Their death is what set me on the bleak path that is my life. It led towards my destiny, my purpose. Which would be stealing, revenge, edginess? Darkness. Of course! Yeah, totally. Now that they're back, it's messing up my aesthetic purpose. Right. So I must take destiny back into my own hands. Why not kill them yourself? Why not talk this through instead? Talking doesn't solve anything. Might make you feel a little better and less murderous. No. I must embrace who I am, and for that, they must die. Whoa. So please, a quest. Have it done quickly. As you wish, I'll set it up for you. Thank you. I shall leave it to you. Before you go, how about a drink for the road? Maybe one that'll have you talking about something other than killing your parents. Yes. I shouldn't allow them a warning. So I must be deceitful about my feelings. I'll see what I can do for you. Yikers. Oh no. Oh, too much. Green. I don't need to add that at all. Hopefully I don't sound too sick. Maybe this will help your heart a little. It feels nice, really warm. Like a hug. Do you need a hug, Kumo? I need to go. Stay safe out there. Sure. And Kumo? Yes. Have you talked to Fable? Yesterday, yes. They left to find Melly. I see. Good luck with your parents. I don't need luck. I need vengeance. Okay. Does he need help? Do you want to help them kill their parents? Pardon me? No, of course not. I meant psychological help. Oh, yeah, definitely. They don't look like they're doing too well, if I might say. He's always quite broodly and mysterious, but their parents being alive really threw them off track. You wouldn't think that's a bad thing, really. And now they want to kill them just because it doesn't fit the backstory they came up with. This is the possibility for having a happy ending to an otherwise dark story. Please don't tell them you're actually going to set up a quest to assassinate them. I am but merely an innkeeper to this tavern. I'm just following Kumo's wishes. I would have expected you to have a little more backbone, or moral standards, so to speak. Especially after everything that's happened, and the advice you gave me. What about the people Kumo's actions would leave behind grieving and mourning? Those were your words, right? I tried to stop him, but I don't think I can get them to talk with their parents right now. You heard them. And that's exactly why there's still hope. Wait, I don't think I understand. Kumo won't take on the quest himself. So there'll be someone else that can talk to his parents. That sounds like a really questionable plan, if I may say so. It'll work out, I'm sure of it. Most likely, it won't be a very difficult quest, especially not if you know your way around the words, as a nobleman like you would, for example. Oh. Well, I'm still certain this isn't a quest for me, even though I could probably do it. What if the situation escalates into violence? I don't know if I could handle that very well. No pressure, I just wanted to make an offer. Do you want a different quest then? Weren't you listening? I don't think I will be an adventurer anymore. Hearing Kumo just now has amplified my doubts. I never want to have to kill anyone. Being a murderer is not how I envisioned my life to be. Of course not. But I also don't know in what direction my life is headed from now on. My heart is so full of grief. This might only be a tale, but there's this place of infinite knowledge. Oh? Are you by any chance talking about the subterranean caves of the Plane of Air? I've read many stories about them. A hidden yet wondrous place. Though I really doubt a Gaian mortal like me could even walk there. But I've heard you can get there through the Twilight Chasm. Innkeeper, do you think that's true? That there's a portal to Ur somewhere in the Twilight Chasm? Well, maybe. This world is full of wonders after all. And since the Twilight Chasm arose from Ur's dreams, I'd say it isn't completely unlikely. Just thinking about the caves makes my heart beat faster and my fingertips itch. Fingertips? Should get that checked out. Maybe I should write a little story about them. Time to write down some key words, or I might lose my ideas. You know, I don't think you need to lead you. The heart already knows what it wants to do. Huh? Do you really think so? Yeah, it's quite obvious, actually. How about you go write down those keywords now? This might already be an upcoming bestseller. Oh, you really are a sweet talker, aren't you? Thank you for your advice. Goodbye, innkeeper. Until next time, Archie. It's raining. Keep going. Good evening, Carolyn. Evening. Has boredom already caught up with you again? It's always on my tail. Guessing this quest is still free. Not for much longer, it seems. Haven't had enough of the undead yet. I've had enough of losing to them. I want a rematch. There's no rematch for what happened. I know, but I won't let anyone else lose more people to him. I thought you'd be looking for Melly instead. Can't say I'm not worried about the little gal. But Fable's already on it. I trust him. And I trust Melly too. To come back, I mean. She promised me we'd see each other again soon. I'm learning to believe in people's words. You should too. I do, but trust is a scary thing. A bit of both, honestly. Everything's scary if Fable's to be believed. Might as well pick up the fun horrors to commit to. Like the undead. Exactly. I also gotta check up on my cousin. Those undead snails are sounding a lot more concerning right now. At least they're slower than regular undead. Very calming, thanks. When I take Archie along again, he might be the calming presence you're seeking. Under no circumstances, no. What if you get bored? He has very good stories to tell. Shut up. Well, how will we talk about what drink you want then? Oh, she's mad. Well, dearie me, my dearest acquaintances. Innkeeper, Dame Carolyn, you both look radiant today. What are we radiating? I shan't say, as it would be too rude. How polite of you. How are you doing, Scully? Just wonderful. Yesterday I had the most delightful tea party with Sir Alphanos and Lady Frostgrip. Alphonse and I were able to learn so much about the times we've missed thanks to young blacksmith prodigy. This world truly is an exciting and beautiful one. And by tomorrow the vampire will have forgotten all about it. But that merely means he'll have to remember again. How marvelous the endless pursuit of learning is, a wonder in and of itself. Speaking of learning, if you'll allow me, I'd like to learn how you're doing this fine day of ours, Dame Carolyn. You do look a little spent, and if I would hate to be intruding on your space. Just exhausted by all the people and their constant talking. You're good though. Ain't your fault. I understand the social aspect of life can be exhausting, as they come with so many rules and obstacles one must traverse. But throughout this overwhelming obstacle course of mortal interactions, we can find many magnificent treasures. And of all of them make these efforts worthwhile. Like quests. I was thinking about friends, but quests too. Are you heading out on one? Yeah. What's its cause? An unusual amount of undead creatures are haunting Fizoa lately. Especially near Pale Woods. Carolyn is going to check on that. An undead gathering in the Pale Woods. But why so? Is there a convention, perhaps? No, it sounds more like the violent type of crowd. Unfortunate. It does seem that the sentiment is common among my compatriots. Sense and sensibilities are often lost when you are ripped from the afterlife without your soul attached to your body. You don't have a soul. You've got plenty of personality for that to be true. That's very kind of you to say, but I'm afraid I'm a mere fragment of my former self. Maybe you'll find your way back to yourself one day. An opportunity, yeah, to find your new self. What a sweet promise. Still, it is strange to have everything you once were forgotten. How can you be forgotten when you're here? We'll remember you as you are now, and I'm sure people did for your former self. I hope I shall grow into a pleasant memory then, as well as a pleasant presence. You already are. That makes my non-present soul very happy to hear. Dame Carolyn, would you mind me tagging along on your quest? It sounds like a haven of fascinating research, and I've not been able to indulge in that pastime for a long while. Sure, come along. A skeleton should be a great help in whipping out a bunch of undead. Wiping out? By no means should that be our approach. We should study them, or better yet, strike up a civilized conversation. With enough charisma, I'm certain we can remind them of their mortal consciousness. Don't be ridiculous, they'll rip us apart. We can simply ask the innkeeper for some additional defense, in case they need some initial convincing. I could offer you some thrust armor to go along with it. A few frozen pine cones here and there, and you'll have a little more buffer, if your words don't take hold. Excellent idea. Or we'll just fight them, smash their bones together, until they stop moving. No offense, Scully. None taken, though I believe a cleverer approach would be to rely on speed. Unawakened undead are rather slow, so we should embrace this possible advantage. Dexterity then, in defense. You were right on track with that one. May I suggest adding some Morganite lotus flower to this combination? Much like Citron, it will bless your weapon strikes and lend you some of the power of the great dragons. The undead are incredibly vulnerable to holy attacks. Indeed we are. The power of dragons is a difficult one to harness. I'm impressed by your capabilities, Innkeeper. I think your delight should be aimed towards the magical ingredients. To dilute them in such a way is quite a skill in itself, as is choosing our approach to this. We should leave this up to her, correct? Yeah, you figure it out, Innkeeper. Some additional defense is given, but what should we focus on? Charisma or dexterity? And don't forget those wondrous infusions of yours. I would never. I would like to think that not all of these souls or bodies are fully lost. If you can save even one of them, it'll be worth it. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for your faith in us, Innkeeper. Well, I guess I'll give them a chance. But if they start gnawing on your bones, I won't hold back. I'm counting on it. Come on, let's go make some new friends. Enjoy your travels, your conversations, and your battles. As the tower or wizard. Mission magically possible. The Wizard of Morlia has abandoned his tower on, well, Morlia, a small island near Niverduff and Dalwell. As is custom for a wizard's tower, it is said to be full of alluring treasures, gold, magic items, forbidden knowledge, and spells. Anything your looting heart desires. But be warned, the wizard is known to have loved puzzles, mischief, and contraptions. So don't forget to check for traps. Rogues. Okay, so parents. There. The Parent Trap. I love that movie. The Twilight Flood brought more to Vazoa than just the waters of the primordial sea, in particular 2 long-lost air echoes, who had faked their own death and abandoned their only child. Now their kid is out for revenge and longs to have them killed. As the fate of tragic backstory wills it, these renegade parents were last seen in Borkum near the Wadden Sea. So any bounty hunter should probably start there. Any more? No more.